We're at Nick's favorite place because I need to get craft paper. Where are we?
I hate Michael.
You hate Michael? You had a bad experience last time.
Hate is a strong word. I dislike Michael very much.
I don't like him very much either.
Just
He's
kidding,
overpriced except for the paper. Oh, the brushes. Buy one, get one half off. Hey, let me hold something. Let me. You never let me hold anything. You ready? I forgot to bring a bag. Hey, welcome to another studio vlog. And this one I decided that I'm going to do a Q&A while I work. I'm going to be sublimating some mugs. I showed some of these in last week's video. It's going to be inverted because I'm using my phone, but yeah, I went on Instagram and I put in a question box asking you guys to leave me some questions. If you're not following me, you can follow me at pottymouthjewelry, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just going to answer those and sublimate some mugs in kind of real time with you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my mug press. I don't have anything super fancy. It's just like a basic 11-ounce mug press from Heat Press Nation. And in the last video that I was sublimating mugs, someone mentioned to put a mug in the sublimation press while it's preheating so that it doesn't like hurt or warp the machine. So I'm gonna be doing that. And then I dunk my mugs in some lukewarm water, so I'm going to fill a bowl I have here with some lukewarm water so that I don't have any ghosting on any of my mugs. So I'll be right back. Okay, so got my big bowl of water here. And then I need to turn this on. The sublimation printer that I use is the Sawgrass SG400. I don't even think that they sell this one anymore. I think they have like SG500 now. But yeah, I didn't do too much extensive research into sublimation materials. I just kind of bought what was recommended on the Heat Press Nation website. That's where I got all of my sublimation stuff from, and it had pretty decent reviews. So yeah, I do eventually want to invest in a better mug press just because this one can only do 11-ounce mugs, and I want to be able to do 15-ounce mugs, or maybe even do more than one mug at a time. But yeah, hopefully I can get a new mug press soon. And then I don't really have issues with this printer, but from what I've heard from other people, I think the only downsides are that it only prints 8.5 by 11. So if you want to print larger items like 11 by 17, you're not able to do that. Like for mugs, it's fine. I'm able to print 2 mugs per sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, but if you wanted to sublimate something larger like onto a t-shirt and 8.5 by 11 is too small, then this probably wouldn't work for you. And then the ink is also pretty pricey, and in one of my videos I had mentioned that it was running low on ink, so I stopped making mugs until I got more ink in, just so that I wouldn't run short for an update. And I was actually still able to make 30 more mugs after it said that it was running low on ink. So if you have a sublimation printer or a Sawgrass printer, if it says low ink, just keep printing until you actually start to see the quality fade or if there's like lines in the print. But yeah, just try to get as much ink out of it as possible, and that goes for every printer. I do that even with this one. It says low forever, and I just don't change it until the print starts looking bad. Since my camera is mirrored, it's actually showing the prints the right way. But when you sublimate onto mugs, you need to make sure that it's mirrored so that when you put it onto the mug, it sublimates the correct way. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some manifest that shit mugs first. One of my Q&A questions was if I was going to be selling mugs soon. If you go on to pottymouthjewelry.com, I already do have some mugs for sale. Quite a few of them are sold out, but I still have 3 designs available. And like in this video, I'm currently working on restocking them. So this one was one of the ones that's out of stock. So when you're watching this, it should be in stock. And I just created this little template in Photoshop. I just measured my mug and put those dimensions into Photoshop, split it into 4 so that both designs would align where it's supposed to on the mug. And that's helped a lot because I've looked up templates online so that your designs are perfectly centered on each side, and they never work. So just measure it out yourself if all else fails. And then I just cut it with this cheap paper cutter that I got off of Amazon using the little guidelines that I created. So let me put this down a little so you can see what I'm doing. So one question I got was, you make the Glowforge look so fun. Do you still recommend it? Are there any pros and cons? So Glowforge was like the first ad that I had ever seen for a laser machine. Like, I didn't even know that a laser machine was something that you could buy to use at home for your home-based business. And I knew nothing about laser machines. I knew nothing about laser cutting or how to even make files for laser cutting. And those Glowforge ads are just really what got me super interested in getting a Glowforge, because as a maker, not having to rely on manufacturers so much and being able to create like your own jewelry or laser cut wood items just sounded really nice, not having to depend on someone else. I remember for my Peas and Love shop, I used to order laser engraved and cut fruit shapes to make like wood fruit dangles and studs, and I would order like avocados and watermelons and pineapples, and it was from someone who owned a laser machine. So it's really cool when you don't have to just like search for a specific design on Etsy and you can just make whatever you want yourself. That said, I don't really have any experience with other laser machines, so it's kind of hard for me to say the exact pros and cons, but I could probably come up with some just from what I know about my Glowforge. I have the Glowforge Pro, so it has the pass-through slot, so that's really good if you want to make really big projects. But if you have the Plus or the Basic, you're basically stuck with the 12 by 20 tray, and you can't make anything larger than 12 by 20 inches. And I focus a lot on jewelry and ornaments, so I never really run into that issue. But if you are someone that's making signs, large letter cutouts for like those nursery signs, or for weddings, or for whatever it may be, like a business's logo that they want it cut out on wood, then if you have the Basic or the Plus, then you can't really do that, or it would just have to be within the 12 by 20 dimensions. Another con is that it's very expensive. Like I've seen laser machines just like browsing around online, and if you build it yourself or even ones that are already made, it's much cheaper, probably like around $2,000. And my Glowforge, I had bought it with the filter just because I lived in an apartment and I didn't know if I would be able to stick the hose out the window. So I bought it with the filter, which was about an extra $1,000. And I think the total price of my Glowforge was like $6,500. So that is a pretty pricey tag, but I was still fine with it, because if you look at the design of the Glowforge compared to other laser machines, it just looks very minimal and very sleek and very safe. Like people use these machines in schools, in the library, and it's basically a beginner laser machine, and I just felt very comfortable with having this type of equipment in my apartment, and just being a newbie is very appealing. So that's basically the main pro, that is just so easy for someone to use. And I just thought of another con. To use the laser machine, to use the Glowforge, you have to use the online app. So you have to go to app.glowforge.com, meaning that you have to be connected to the internet. So to be able to print anything, you need to be able to connect to the internet, and your laptop or whatever computer you're using also connects to the Glowforge via Wi-Fi. So that's just a downside. Like if your internet goes out, or you're in an office that doesn't have internet, or whatever the reason may be, you can't use your Glowforge. Okay, finally got one cooking. I still consider myself pretty much a noob to the laser cutting world. Like, I know how to make laser cut files now and how to use my Glowforge, but I feel like if someone else put a completely different laser machine in front of me, I wouldn't really know what to do or how to use it. So maybe I can find someone on YouTube who's had both a Glowforge and another more basic laser machine, and they can give you the pros and cons. But I'm pretty sure the biggest things are going to be cost of the laser machine and probably the base size. Like, they probably have larger laser machines that aren't going to keep you within the 12 by 20 size. This one's got to be done. These mugs come out of the press extremely hot, so I would recommend wearing heat-resistant gloves, but since I put my tape all the way on the end right here, and I have kind of longish nails, I just pick off the tape with my nails, so I'm not actually touching the mug and not burning myself. Here's how it looks. I'm just gonna dunk it. And put the next one. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I have them on my laptop. So the next question is, I have all of this footage, but how do I put it together in a way that makes sense? So I'm guessing that they're talking about recording footage to make a YouTube video or a studio vlog. So I just basically, let's move this back to me so you can see. So I just basically record all of my studio vlogs in chronological order, and I kind of just record throughout my day. Like, if I think I'm gonna have a busy day, or if I'm making something specific, or if I have to pack a lot of orders, then those are the days that I'll record. Just don't think about it so much. Like, whatever you do in a week, just edit it in that same order. And then when you're going to switch from one thing to the other, you can change the song so that the viewer knows that you're doing something different, or you can create like a little title and just say like, now I'm going to be doing this, or now we're packing orders, or now we're making this, or etc. But you'll be amazed with editing and jump cuts how much things will actually flow. So I think just don't overthink it and just record and edit it in the same order that you recorded it. Here's the first mug. I just left it in the water and then I just towel dry them. Getting better at editing will probably just come with practice. Like, I don't think my first few studio vlogs were that great, but I just know I always edit the same way. Like, I try to just edit in the exact same order I recorded, and it kind of just naturally feels like it flows. Or if you just want to record one day from start to finish, almost like the day in the life of a small business owner, like that's automatically gonna flow because that's what your typical work day looks like. Yay, turned out good. Does anyone else that sublimates, like sometimes you have really good sublimation days and it makes you want to sublimate like 50 mugs in a row? Okay, let's see the next question. There were a lot of personal questions in this Q&A, which I don't mind. Those are fun. Let's see what to answer next. Someone asked, are you still thinking about making a video of how you found Chico? Yes, I am planning on doing that. It might not get that many views from you guys just because it's so different from what I usually share, but I just feel like it's really important, and because Nick and I have a lot of tips on what to do if you've lost your dog. So I just want to put that video out there as a resource and as some comfort to anyone who may have lost their dog and they don't know where to start. Because I know I was looking on YouTube a lot for videos like that and I couldn't find too much, but the ones that I did find were really helpful. This one's kind of an awkward question to answer, but I feel like a lot of you already know. But it's, do you have any friends, or are you an introvert like me? Yeah, I'm totally an introvert. I can be a very friendly person, but my entire life, I think it's because I'm an only child, but my entire life I just never really felt the need to interact with other people. Like, I had a lot of friends growing up and in high school, and you know, some people that I would consider to be best friends. And I was in marching band in high school, so like basically everyone in marching band is friends with each other. But I don't know, I just really liked being on my own, and I never really maintained like an extremely close relationship with anyone after high school. And I also find it like really exhausting to maintain a relationship where you're like always talking or keeping up with someone. Like, the type of friends I need are the people that I could go like a week, 2 weeks, or even a month without talking to and they would be fine with it. Like, they wouldn't think that I'm mad at them or something. It's just like, I hate texting, and I just hate small talk. Like, I don't want to be texting you, be like, hey, how's it going? What's up? I think I would be someone who would do better with like having someone that lives nearby and making plans, like, hey, let's go out to eat on Friday, or let's go to the park with our dogs on Saturday, or just let's go play pickleball. Or I just need to find someone that I have very similar interests with. I think that's probably the main issue. Like, I never had anyone after high school that I could do something that I enjoyed and they enjoyed also. So yeah, long story short, I don't really have anyone that I hang out with. I'm more of a family person. Like, I like being with Nick's family, I like being with my family, or my cousins and my second cousins, and I like being with myself and Nick and the dogs. And I have a lot of online friends. Like, I get most of my social interaction online. I went to Michael's and I completely forgot to get some more heat resistant tape. I really like using the Cricut brand, the blue one, and I'm running low and I went to Michael's and didn't get it. Gonna have to go to Michael's again and annoy Nick. Okay, the next question is, what inspired you to make what you make? So I make a lot of stuff, so it's kind of a lengthy question to answer. But when it comes to making hand stamped stuff, I just remember going to Michael's and seeing all of the impress art materials and thinking that it looked really cool. Like, I just like the idea of being able to put whatever words or symbols or numbers you wanted on a piece of jewelry. So I just broke my, what the heck? This mug just snapped. I've made so many mugs on this pressure. What happened? Oh no. Crap. Did it start sublimating? Ooh, it's kind of hot. Oh no, it didn't sublimate. Oh my gosh, this never happened. I sublimated so many mugs on that pressure. I didn't even change it. Maybe it was just a bad mug. I forgot what I was saying. That scared me. Okay. Oh yeah, why I started making what I make. So yeah, I went to Michael's and I bought some impress art materials and some blanks from Michael's and started stamping on those. And I actually sold, like on Peas Love Vegan, I remember I sold a hand stamped necklace that I stamped vegan with a heart and had like a little leaf charm attached to it. So that was my first hand stamped item sale. But the thing is that I couldn't tell what metal I was using from Michael's. Like, they just use cheap metals. And I have really sensitive skin, and so does my mom, so I was trying to research what metal is good for sensitivities, and I came across aluminum, and aluminum's hypoallergenic, and it's actually less likely to cause allergies than sterling silver. So I was like, perfect, let me get that. So I searched on Etsy for aluminum bracelet blanks, and there's like a plethora of shops that offer bracelet blanks, and I just ordered from a few shops to see which one I liked. Finally found one that I liked, and then just hand stamped on those for a while. But after a while of using aluminum, I realized that aluminum's a very soft metal, and some people were bending them way too easily or even breaking them. And when you stamp on aluminum, if you stamp too hard, it also warps the metal too much, or like the letters literally look like they were stamped too hard on the bracelet. So I was trying to figure out what else I could use that was hypoallergenic and just a stronger, harder metal. And I knew that stainless steel jewelry was really common, and my mom really liked wearing stainless steel jewelry just because it never gave her allergies either. So I just finally came across stainless steel blanks on Etsy and just did the same thing. Like, a lot of people ask me where I get my blanks from, and I don't share my exact supplier just because I feel like it sets me apart, and also they're not the most reliable supplier. Like, I've had so many issues with them and have to get orders remade all the time, or they're really late, and that's just a whole other topic. But my advice is, there's a bunch of shops that sell bracelet blanks, so just go on Etsy and order, ask them for samples, or if they can offer you really small quantities, and just order like just a handful from a bunch of shops and figure out which ones you like the best. It took me probably 2.5 years until I finally came across the ones that I really like and that worked with my stamping machine. So it takes time. And that happens with anything, and no matter what industry you're in. Like, if you're making t-shirts or trying to even find like sublimation mugs that work for you, it's just a lot of trial and error that you have to go through as a small business owner. And everyone has different preferences. Okay, this still came out good. So yeah, once I had found blanks that I was happy with, I just started doing inspirational phrases. And one time my mom was going through a really hard time and suffering from depression, and I wanted to make her, we both have potty mouth, so I wanted to make her something that was inspiring but also potty mouthed. So I made her the bracelets, keep fucking going and fuck this shit. And after making those for her, I decided to add them to my Peas and Love shop, and those ended up becoming my best sellers. And people, I also had a custom listing available, and since people saw that I had keep fucking going and fuck this shit, they figured that, oh, if she stamps swear words on those, then I can probably order customs with swear words. And they would literally thank me, like, thank you so much for accommodating my potty mouth. Like, I'm always afraid to order stuff from other shops with swear words on it because I don't want to offend them. And I'm like, no, go right ahead. I will not get offended. Like, those are sentence enhancers. I love using swear words. So after that, I just thought, like, oh wow, like, if people are actually thanking me for making stuff with swear words on them, then maybe I'm onto something, and maybe I should just make a shop with stuff that's just all swear words. And how much more of a fun job could you have than to literally stamp or make things with swear words on them? So I just thought it was a really cool idea, and I started doing beer festivals after that, mainly because beer festivals are usually always 20 people that are 21 plus, so it was the only festivals that I felt comfortable going to because all of my stuff has swear words on it and I didn't have to worry about censoring anything, and those went really well. And then just slowly but surely my Etsy started picking up a lot, just because, I don't know, you put swear words on anything and make it cute and people just really like it. And then just after a while of hand stamping stuff and only working with metals, I eventually got the Glowforge and wanted to figure out how I could expand my selection of products with the Glowforge, and I started making the wooden stud earrings. Then I started making the acrylic keychains and acrylic earrings, and then I just wanted items that were a little less labor intensive than like hand stamping or assembling a bunch of stuff. And that's when I started doing like heat press totes and the mugs and stickers, just because when you're trying to grow your business and you have too many items that are super labor intensive, like there's only so much you can make in a day, and that'll limit how much you can earn gross revenue wise. So I just wanted things that were like quick to pack. I always get so happy when they turn out good. Okay, let's see if I can answer a couple other questions. How long did it take your YouTube to get traction? So my first YouTube video was in December of 2019, and at that time I only made monthly studio vlogs, so I probably have one for December, January, February, March. I don't think, let me see, let me go onto YouTube and see exactly when it picked up traction. So yeah, basically from December 2019 all the way through like May, I barely got any views on my videos. And then May kind of picked up a little, and then out of nowhere in June, Studio Vlog 4 just like blew up. And to date, like that's still my most popular video. I think it has like 260 or 270,000 views. And my second highest video was Studio Vlog 6. And then after that, it took forever to get a video past like 40,000. I think I don't remember what number it is, but the studio vlog where I say that moving in and making again. I think that video is at like 70,000 views, so it just took a really long time to get a video to get that many views again. But yeah, in June, that's where my channel really started picking up. So it was about 6 months, over 6 months after I posted my first video, and again, those were like monthly videos. And when my channel started picking up in June of 2020, I decided to try to start making weekly videos just to keep up the momentum, or just because I no longer felt like I was talking to no one because I was starting to get subscribers. So, you know, you're more motivated to make videos when you feel like you actually have an audience watching you. And in June, that's also when I got monetized. I don't know what to tell you guys if you're trying to grow your channel. Like, tell me what you like about my videos, because I don't really know either. I just feel like half of it is getting lucky, and some videos that I think are gonna do well don't do well. Some videos that I didn't really try that hard on do really well. Just keep at it. I don't regret spending 6 months making videos at all, and it really has helped my business grow a lot, and now it's an additional source of income since my channel is monetized and I have ads on my videos. So it is really nice just to have multiple streams of income coming in. It's not a whole lot, but it is enough to keep me motivated to make more videos. Okay, so I made a few mugs. I only made the Manifest That Shit one, so if you're looking to get one of these, go check the website because they'll probably still be up there. But let me just answer another couple questions before I get off. I'm gonna answer like 2 more, but this video is getting pretty long, so I don't want to bore you. But let's see. Someone asked me, what makes you happy? I like being outside a lot. I really like going for walks. I like going to parks, anywhere by the water, like any park that happens to have like a lake or a river or a little creek. I really like, just because I like the sound of running water. And a park that Nick and I recently found has a pickleball court, so that's kind of been our latest obsession. We didn't even know what pickleball was. We saw those tiny courts and legitimately thought that they were just tiny tennis courts for like kids. But once we realized it was for pickleball, we were like, okay, let's get some pickleballs and pickleball paddles and start playing pickleball. And I'm not a very good runner nor have very good endurance, so it's definitely perfect for me because I would die playing actual tennis. So it's like a mix between ping pong and tennis, and I really like it. That's been really fun. So yeah, I just like going outside and getting some fresh air because I feel like we don't do that enough, especially in 2020. And whenever I start to get in a really bad mood or feel sad or slightly depressed, I'm like, okay, we need to go out and do some outdoor activities, and that always makes me feel a lot better. And then, what's your go-to sealant for stickers? So all of the stickers that I sell are from Sticker App, and I just get the waterproof stickers, waterproof vinyl stickers from them, just because I want you guys to be able to put your stickers on water bottles or on your car or just anywhere without worry of them getting damaged by water, basically. And then, okay, just one more. Someone asked, what's your favorite product you've designed thus far? One of my favorite products, I'm not offering it right now just because it's kind of not the season for it, but it's my wood slice engagement and marriage ornaments. You've probably seen me make them in other videos, but whenever I make those, I am so proud of them. Like, they look so cute. Like, you know when you make something and you're just overly critical about it because you made it and you know that other people like it, so you keep selling it and making it because you know other people like it, but you yourself, you're just like, like, I don't know, like it's not that special to you, but the engagement ornaments, I love those. Like I made an engagement one for me and Nick, and a married one for me and Nick, and when I put it on my tree, I'm like, it's so cute. And whenever I send them out, I just feel like I made something so special for a couple that's gonna make them so happy, and it just looks so unique and like such good quality. That's definitely one of my favorite products. And also, I just really like the bracelets. Like, I just love being able to wear something that's so discreet, minimal, goes with everything, and you don't even have to worry about taking it off because it's water resistant and it's not going to tarnish. So I do like the bracelets a lot as well, and that's why I've been selling them for so many years. I started selling them in 2016, so yeah, it's about to be 5 years of me offering the same bracelet style. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, the packaging, the sublimating mugs, and the Q&A. And if you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.